What's up, guys? It's Kev with Kev-D Fitness, episode 12 of my vlog for summer. We'll go over a number of topics today, a couple of updates, so I'm just going to jump right into it. First, my progress. I'm going to hit this up real quick. Last week, I went from an average of 200.9 pounds up to 201.2 on average. So a 0.3 pound increase. So guys, you know, it looks like, okay, I actually went backwards here. Oh, sorry, my wife just sneezed. So the camera shook a little bit. It looks like I went backwards here. Guys, sometimes you have to look at the mirror and not pay attention to the scale. What you're not seeing here is also, I went down, I'm just a hair over 31 inches on my waist now. So I went down almost another quarter of an inch on my waist that last week, even though the scale has me basically the same, you know, 0.3 pounds on average is basically the same. And at the same time also, when I look in the mirror, I'm seeing more cuts. I'm looking more ripped. So another thing, that 200.9 I was coming off of a deload. You know, I hadn't been working my legs. I didn't play basketball last week. That always has an impact because that really brings down my glycogen levels and, of course, you know, the water weight. So the glycogen, you know, pulls into your muscles. So, you know, a couple weird things are going on there. Now, I'm not concerned about this. What I am doing though is every week for the next about 2 or 3 weeks now, I'm going to start pulling out about 100 calories total from my overall calories. So I was at 2,900. Now, guys, I'm at 2,800 calories a day. I pulled them all out from carbs. I took out 25 grams of carbs. So my new macros are 320 carbs. I was at 345. 60 fats and 245 grams of protein. So that's where I'm at with my macros. That's where I'm at with my progress. I'm not really disappointed. Now, if you follow me on Facebook or you follow me on Google+, you know last week was my birthday. And we went out to eat Friday night. Got a piece of birthday cheesecake. Didn't eat the whole thing myself, but I did indulge. The next Saturday, went to a friend's graduation party. She just got her MBA. We went to a restaurant for lunch, Italian restaurant, had a nice big plate of spaghetti and meatballs, ate you know, a good portion of my wife's food, and they had a cake at the restaurant. I had a piece, it was delicious. Then, since we went back to their condo just to keep the party going into the night, and they barbecued around 9 o'clock. I didn't eat so bad, there was a lot of salads and with vegetables, and I had some steak, which was good. I usually don't eat steak, but this steak was banging. And I had some grilled chicken. Went to the bathroom, came back out. I'm trying to make this really quick, guys. Came back out, there's a birthday cake. 33 candles, that's how old I am, 33 years old. 33 candles on the cake, I gotta blow them all out. And it was a dark chocolate cake. I don't know how they got it right. I love dark chocolate. So I had to have 2 pieces of that. It was so good. Then the next day, I went over to my mother's. She invited me over. She wanted to have me over for her birthday. You know, she had a barbecue. I said, hey, make me grilled chicken. She made me grilled chicken. Hey, make me sweet potatoes. She made me sweet potatoes. Perfect, perfect. Then she brings out 3 different desserts, plus ice cream. I didn't have any ice cream, but I did try all 3 desserts, and out of control, guys. Out of control good. But that happens. It's your birthday. It comes around once a year. Like I always say, I'm not prepping for a show. I'm doing this for me. So, I ate quite a bit. I did try to keep it within my calories on Sunday. I didn't really eat much before I went. I had like a smaller lunch and a smaller breakfast. But you know, I mean, she made this one thing real quick, guys. It had a chocolate chip cookie dough bottom. You put a Reese's peanut butter cup in it, and then she put a brownie batter on top of it. She did it in like a cupcake tin, and you don't cook it all the way, so the cookie dough still stays gooey. Oh my, so good, guys, so good, guys. So if you bake, I recommend it. If your wife bakes, or your girlfriend, or your mom, tell her to do that one. Anyway, guys, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to show you, hopefully I got some good lightings. As you can see, my abs are coming out good. They're coming out good. You can really see the obliques here. And this is one thing I want to talk about. Tip number 1, guys, your abs are what they are. If you look at me, I only have the top 4 abs. That's it. I can't get your traditional 6-pack, so to speak, because I only have the top 4. So what that means, I'm a lot of breath from holding those abs tight. What that means is my abs, they're kind of long. The individual muscles, they're long. So for me to get where I want to be on my body fat level, where I want to be for my abs to get them to pop, I've got to get to a lower body fat level. Some guys' abs, they got a nice 6-pack, literally 6-pack, and it really pops. They don't have to get their body fat level as low to show some really good popping abs. I do. That's just my genetics. There's nothing I can do about it. I've just accepted it. And I know that I have to diet a little bit longer and get my body fat down a little bit lower to get my abs to where they are. Because, I mean, you don't see, obliques like that, really, and then my abs aren't really popping as much. It's just what it is, guys. I accept it. Okay, update number 2. I got some supplements in. I know I'm not a big fan of supplements. I really only order about twice a year. So I figured I might as well show you guys what I'm getting when I do order. First off, got my whey protein. I get straight up whey protein, guys. I don't go with any weight gainer. I don't go with casein protein. If that's what you want, you can get that too, but I usually try to go with the cheapest that I can. Optimum Nutrition, all from bodybuilding.com, guys. And I got white chocolate flavored and chocolate coconut. Chocolate coconut is absolutely delicious. That's my favorite flavor, so whenever it's in stock I get that. And white chocolate, I really just use it for that half a scoop in my my oatmeal in the morning. So this lasts me a long time. There is 73 servings in here. So if I'm getting about half a serving a day, it should last me 146 days. Almost half the year. Not quite. Got my creatine. Creatine monohydrate. I don't go with the creatine, HCl, or whatever the other types of creatine are out there. I go with CreaPure creatine monohydrate. The reason I go with CreaPure, it is a patent approved process. It eliminates a lot of the impurities. If you get a cheap brand of creatine, you can get some impurities, heavy metals, things like that in your creatine. I prefer to avoid that. This isn't expensive anyway. This whole tub here will last me 6 months, literally 6 months. There are 200 servings in here of a 5-gram scoop. I take one 5-gram scoop a day with my breakfast. So, 200 days worth right here, 24 bucks. Not expensive at all, guys. And I'm not super responsive to creatine. I don't think it's really making me so much stronger in the gym. I do find that when I've been off of it and I start taking it, my muscle cells do volumize. That's one side effect of creatine that helps draw water into your muscle cells. So I find that the creatine is helpful for that. And for literally pennies a day, it's kind of worth it. Last thing I get is I get some Doctor's Best high absorption 100% chelated magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 200 metabolic processes in your body. When I sweat a lot because I train a lot, you sweat out some of your magnesium. I don't want to be low. A serving size is 2 tablets, and that'll give you 200 milligrams of magnesium, or half of your daily requirement. I only take 1 every day. I eat a lot of food, a lot of healthy food, a lot of whole grains. There's a lot of magnesium. Oatmeal, there's a lot of magnesium in oatmeal. In the meat that I'm eating, I eat venison, I eat chicken. There's magnesium and all that. This is more just a covering basis thing, guys. Also, I take it right before I go to bed, about an hour before I go to bed. And magnesium is supposed to help relax, help you relax and help you get to bed. So that's, get a little extra dosage there at night. Finally, guys, not finally, they gave me some free samples, some casein, I don't know if I'm even going to use it, and some 1-rep max vortex pre-training powder. That's going in the garbage. I don't take the pre-workout, not my thing, guys. I don't need a pre-workout to get amped to lift weights. And finally, the free t-shirt that I got when I ordered bodybuilding.com. No, I don't work for bodybuilding.com, no promotions, but that's where I get my stuff, guys. It's pretty much the cheapest on the web, so if you're looking for a good spot to get your protein and your supplements that you want, go with bodybuilding.com, guys. That's what I recommend. So that's what I got for my supplements. Should last me about 6 months, 5 to 6 months there. That whole order was about $170 with the shipping. So you know, a lot of money, but when you spread it out over 6 months, you're only talking about $30 a month there with the shipping. I also, oh, excuse me, actually it's less than that because, so that was actually about $140 because I had ordered my lifting chalk from bodybuilding.com, guys. Don't do that. I don't recommend that. Go to Amazon and get it. It was on back order. I have like a chunk of chalk about this big. So, you know, I'm really getting desperate because I use it for, you know, all my rows, my deadlifting, things like that. So I really need that chalk, and it was put on back order. It was $30 for the package, 8 2-ounce blocks. Canceled that, went to Amazon, found the same thing, 8 2-ounce blocks for $16, and they were charging almost $30 at bodybuilding.com. So just go to Amazon, guys, if you're looking for lifting chalk. And actually all supplements, guys, Amazon's pretty good. Now, I wanted to throw you guys, I know this is really getting long, I want to throw you guys a quick tip. I remember I had done a big cooking day video. Well, I want to show you something. A lot of times, you know, here's an olive oil cooking spray, supposedly no calories. Well, that's bullshit, because the serving size is a quarter of a second spray, whatever the hell that really means. You know, I got about a second right there on each of those. Guys, let me show you how much oil comes off of these. I'm making omelets tonight for my wife and I for dinner. So let me show you how much oil is going to be coming off of this. Okay, so I wipe off the little pan where my wife's omelet comes from, and I wipe off the big pan. Guys, I don't know if you can get a look at that. That's a lot of oil right there. So if you're not wiping off your pan, guys, when you go to cook, whether it's chicken or eggs or whatever the case may be, that oil is going to end up on your food. That's going to be unaccounted for calories. And you know, oil's fat, it's got a lot of calories in there. So, you know, just a little tip, guys. Just a little tip there. And I just want to finish off with one you know, big achievement of mine today in the gym. I went and did deadlifts. I'm not even sure what possessed me, why I decided to do this, but I decided to go beltless. I haven't done beltless deadlifts since March of last year. Not 2014, 2013. So March of last year was the last time I did beltless deadlifts, other than just light warm-up sets. Reason being is, in March of 2013, I hurt my back deadlifting. And I was out for a month. Couldn't squat, couldn't deadlift. And I don't know what possessed me today. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this without the belt. I decided to do you know, a warm-up set at 370. I'm doing sumo deadlifts. I said, you know, let me try without the belt. I just did it for 3 reps, felt really good, and I said, you know what? Let me do my working sets without a belt. Did 420, 3 sets, 6 reps each set beltless. So that's the most I've ever done without a belt. So I was, you know, pretty happy with that. Now, is that some super number? No, I mean, you got guys out there doing 500 something pounds, you know, 600 something pounds on their deadlift, you know, but pretty good. No belt. I'm pretty happy. I'm proud of that. So you know, I'm pretty pumped. It's an achievement of mine. So pretty happy about that. So guys, this got really long, but I hope I packed in a lot of information that will help you guys. Please do click like if you enjoy the video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and if you like my vlog, my Rip for Summer vlog, guys, I got 11 other episodes. Check them out. There's a lot of tips in there, a lot of information, nutrition, cardio, training videos in there, everything for you guys. Lots of tips. Alright guys, talk to you later.